Welcome back. You are still watching Morning Live, a third and final look at your sport news this morning. Now, runners and running clubs are on the rise in this country, and as people push their bodies to the limits, they swiftly move from gentle park runs into ultra marathons. We've rubbed in two experts, Dr. Rzewuski as well as Dr. Koopman, who are supplement specialists, to give us some insight on what supplements one should take when they have active lifestyles. A very, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And perhaps, Dr. Koopman, I can start with you. If you can just speak to us about the role that we are seeing supplements play in terms of modern well-being and exercise.
Or shall I answer maybe the question? I'm sorry. Yeah, my name is Dr. Guillaume Rzewuski, and yeah, actually supplements play an increasing role in for athletes and people exercising at high level, because doing so they are increasing their needs in minerals, vitamins and trace elements that are important for normal muscular function, for normal energy yielding metabolism. So training at high level increases your needs, and that's why you can use supplements to support covering these needs.
Oh, and I'm one of those people that certainly needs them, but I don't take them as much as I should. Perhaps, Dr. Koopman, then you can give us some insights on the role that supplements such as calcium and magnesium would then play in terms of muscle function.
Yes, of course. So generally electrolytes, so also magnesium and calcium, are very important for muscle function. Especially calcium and magnesium are needed in muscle contraction, muscle relaxation, but also in the energy yielding metabolism. And with the upcoming race, athletes should ideally already have adjusted the diet to get enough of calcium and magnesium, or have already taken some supplements. But if they have not, they could already start also now to in order to help their body prepare best for the race.
And from both your point of view, would you say that supplements are necessary whether you are an athlete like myself, who's not a professional athlete but will go to gym every now and again, or maybe run the odd 21-kilometer race here and there? Or is it just for everyone, irrespective of how active your lifestyle is and whether or not you're a professional athlete?
Well, depending on your exercising level, I would say you have different kind of needs. But even if you're training at your own level, you have increased needs, because you're expending energy, and each time you do so, you increase your needs in B vitamins, for example. And well, if this energy expenditure is higher, then you need higher amounts. So actually, you need to adapt your supplement intake according to your real needs. But there's of course, a benefit of taking supplements at all kind of training levels.
And perhaps I can then move the conversation to speaking about how exercise and joint health then come together, because we look at many saying that exercise is very beneficial for our joint health, as well as micronutrients, which can then support that for us. Perhaps you can speak to us a little bit more about that and enlighten us.
Yeah, actually, moving alone is beneficial for the joints, because each time you do so, you're providing nutrients to your cartilage, which is the main tissue playing an important role in frictionless movements. And when doing sports, you apply mechanical forces in these joints, which stimulates the body to maintain and to repair cartilage damage. And well, you can support this by providing your body with special nutrients in supplements like glucosamine or collagen, but also vitamin C plays a very important role in maintaining health of the cartilage.
You definitely won me over at collagen, because I live by collagen. I also just want to touch on plant-based diets, because we're seeing a lot of people move more into plant-based diets and not doing protein and meat so much. What would you say then are necessary for athletes and very active people who are on a plant-based diet?
Yeah, generally you can say that plant-based diets are fine. They are good for your body. You can do so, but you need to be aware of certain specifics of those plant-based diets. You already mentioned you have to be careful to get enough protein. You can get it from plants, but yeah, you need to see that you get this. And especially also with the micronutrients, we need to be aware that certain micronutrients, so for example, vitamin B12, iron, zinc. They are very abundant in meat, and they are also very easily available from meat, so we can then take them up very easily. We can also find them in plant sources, but they are a little bit harder to absorb for our body, so we really need to make sure that we still get those micronutrients. And you can also get them, for example, calcium maybe is another important nutrient for, especially for vegans, because this is very abundant in dairy sources. You can also get it from tofu, for example, or kale. But if you do not include that very regularly in your diet, then you might really want to look for supplementation, not to get a nutritional gap there, and to provide your body with those micronutrients which are important for your muscles and your bones and your musculoskeletal system and other systems as well, of course.
You've already touched on micronutrients, and perhaps as I wrap up our discussion, we can go a little bit further in terms of which micronutrients would you say are essential for a female athlete, because we know they differ for male as well as female.
Yes, of course. I mean, I can start with iron, which is quite a no-brainer. So we women, we have menstrual losses every month with blood, so we lose iron there, and we really need iron, especially if we are performing and exercising and training, because we need the iron to build our red blood cells, which then transport the oxygen throughout our body. So iron is really important. But maybe another thing you could focus on are also, again, calcium and vitamin D, which are important to keep your bones healthy, amongst other things, of course. And we see this very often in female top athletes, that they sometimes they lose their menstruation. And this may be because they train, a little bit simplified, train too much and have too little calorie intake. This is also referred to as low energy availability or relative energy deficiency. And this is really bad for women, and if they lose the menstruation, this is normalized nowadays, but we really should stop doing this. This is not good for your body, because also other things change then. You will have hormonal changes which may lead to bone mass density losses. So especially women athletes, then if they encounter something like this, they should adapt their training, they should adapt their nutrition, they should take more calories in, but they also should be very careful to get enough calcium and vitamin D to help their bodies to maintain their skeleton and their bones.
Dr. Rzewuski as well as Dr. Koopman, thank you so much for your time here this morning, just enlightening us in terms of having a very active lifestyle, possibly being a professional athlete, and what are some of those essential supplements that one should be taking.